Imagine this. You're in a meeting about to pitch your biggest idea. But the moment you start speaking, people glance at their phones, sip their coffee, or worst of all, just tune you out. Or picture this. You meet someone at a social event. You try to start an engaging conversation, but within minutes, they shift their attention elsewhere. Frustrating, right? The truth is, most people make the same mistake in conversations without even realizing it. Now, what if I told you that with a few small tweaks to your words and approach, you could instantly become more likable, command attention, and leave a lasting impression, whether at work, in social settings, or even online? That's exactly what Dale Carnegie's legendary book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, teaches. Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, and some of the world's most influential leaders credit this book for their success. And today, I'm going to reveal the same life-changing secrets to you. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to turn any conversation into an opportunity and how to make people genuinely like and respect you. Let's start. Meet Jake, the invisible man in the room. Jake is an ambitious entrepreneur with big dreams. He envisions building a thriving business, leading a successful team, and making a real impact. But there's just one problem. Nobody listens to him. In meetings, he pitches his ideas with enthusiasm, but they're brushed aside or worse, stolen by someone more charismatic. On dates, he tries to be interesting, but the conversations fall flat, and there's never a second date. In social gatherings, he watches as others effortlessly attract attention while he fades into the background. Jake can't help but wonder, what's missing? Why do some people seem to magnetically draw others in, while he's constantly overlooked? He's smart, hardworking, and full of ideas, so why does it feel like nobody cares? Then one evening, frustrated and scrolling through book recommendations, he stumbles upon a timeless classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. With nothing to lose, Jake decides to give it a shot. What happens next completely transforms his life. And if you stick around, you'll learn the same life-changing secrets that turn Jake from invisible to irresistible. Lesson 1. The sweetest sound in any language is someone's own name. Jake's transformation started with something so simple that he almost dismissed it. The sweetest sound in any language is a person's own name. At first, this lesson seemed too basic. How could just remembering a name make such a big difference? But then Jake thought about it. How did he feel when someone called him by name? When a barista at his favorite coffee shop said, "Hey Jake, your usual?" He instantly felt special, like he mattered. But when people forgot his name, especially after he had introduced himself, it felt dismissive, almost like he was invisible. Dale Carnegie was right. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And using someone's name is the simplest way to show them that they matter. Why names matter more than you think. Think about the last time someone remembered your name unexpectedly. Maybe it was a teacher, a coworker, or even a stranger you met briefly. How did it make you feel? Probably respected, important, and acknowledged. Now flip the script. What happens when someone forgets your name? It creates an awkward moment. You might feel like you didn't leave an impression, or worse, like they didn't care enough to remember you. Using someone's name builds an instant connection. It tells them you're important, you matter, and in return, they naturally start liking you more. Carnegie's book shares stories of powerful leaders and top businessmen who built their careers simply by mastering this skill. Even legendary figures like Bill Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, and Warren Buffett are known for their ability to recall names effortlessly, and it's a huge part of why people adore them. The name game, a simple test. Let's put this theory into action. Imagine you're at a party and meet two new people. Let's call them Alex and Jordan. The next time you see them, Alex greets you warmly. "Hey, Oliver. Great to see you again." Jordan just says, "Oh, hey you," because they forgot your name. Who do you like more? Exactly. Even though both people were friendly, Alex made you feel valued. And that's why names are so powerful. They make interactions personal and memorable. How Jake used this lesson to change his life. Back to Jake. After reading this lesson, he made a conscious effort to use people's names more often, not just in business, but in everyday interactions. At work, instead of just saying, "Hey, can you send me that report?" he started saying, "Hey, Sarah, can you send me that report?" At networking events, he repeated names right after hearing them. "Nice to meet you, Chris." Then, later in the conversation, he'd say, "So, Chris, what inspired you to get into this field?" To his surprise, people responded instantly better. His co-workers became friendlier. His boss started noticing him more. Even in casual social settings, he felt a stronger connection with new people. And it wasn't because of what he was saying, it was because of how he made people feel. Master the art of remembering names. Okay, so we know using names is powerful. But how do you actually remember names, especially if you're the type to forget them seconds after an introduction? Here's a simple system. Repeat the name immediately. When someone says, "Hi, I'm Emily," respond with, "Nice to meet you, Emily." Associate the name with something memorable. If you meet David, think of a famous David, David Beckham, David from work, etc. If you meet Lisa, imagine a Mona Lisa painting. Your brain remembers images better than words. Use the name at least 3 times in the conversation. "So, Emily, what do you do for work?" "That's really interesting, Emily. Emily, it was great meeting you. Hope we connect again soon." Write it down or repeat it to yourself after the conversation. As soon as you walk away, silently say the name 3 times in your head, or type it in your phone's notes. Use it in follow-ups. If you meet someone at a networking event and send a message later, use their name. "Hey Emily, it was great meeting you at the event yesterday." With just a little effort, you'll start remembering names effortlessly. And once you do, you'll notice an incredible shift in how people treat you. Think about it. Your name is the most personal thing about you. When someone remembers and uses it, you feel seen and valued. When they forget it, you feel unimportant. Now, imagine being the person who makes everyone feel important just by using their name. That's the secret to making people instantly like you. So next time you meet someone new, remember this lesson and watch how their attitude towards you completely changes. Your challenge. For the next 7 days, make a conscious effort to use people's names in conversations. Whether it's a coworker, a cashier, or a stranger at an event, try it and see the magic happen. Lesson 2. You can never win an argument. Jake was having dinner with his friends when a casual discussion about politics turned heated. One of his friends, Mark, made a statement that Jake knew was factually incorrect. Without thinking, Jake jumped in. "That's not true at all. The actual data says." Before he could finish, Mark's face tensed up. "Oh, so you think I'm just making stuff up?" Mark shot back. The mood shifted. Instead of a friendly conversation, it became a battle. No matter how many facts Jake threw at him, Mark dug in his heels, refusing to admit he was wrong. At the end of the night, Jake may have won the argument, but he lost something more valuable, his friend's trust. Later, while reading Dale Carnegie's book, he stumbled upon this lesson. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. And suddenly it all made sense. Why you can never truly win an argument. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone admit they were wrong in the middle of a heated argument? Probably not. Even if you have better facts, stronger logic, and undeniable proof, people rarely change their minds when confronted aggressively. Instead, they get defensive. This happens because of ego and pride. When you challenge someone head-on, they feel attacked. Their natural instinct is to protect their opinion, even if deep down they realize they might be wrong. And if you do win the argument, you walk away feeling smart, but the other person walks away feeling embarrassed, resentful, or angry. That's why even when you win, you lose. So, what's the alternative? Instead of proving someone wrong, make them feel heard and respected. How to disarm an argument before it starts. When people feel understood, they become more open to your perspective. Here's a simple but powerful strategy to handle disagreements without damaging relationships. Start with agreement. Instead of jumping into debate mode, start with a phrase that softens the tension. Oh, that's an interesting point. Oh, I see where you're coming from. Oh, I understand why you feel that way. This doesn't mean you agree. It just shows that you respect their opinion. Listen before responding. Most people listen to reply, not to understand. Instead of immediately arguing back, pause and let them talk. You'd be surprised how often people change their stance just by feeling heard. Use the yes and technique. Instead of saying, no, you're wrong, try yes, I see your point, and I also think. This keeps the conversation open rather than turning it into a fight. Ask questions instead of making statements. If someone says something you disagree with, ask them to explain more. Example: that's an interesting view. What made you come to that conclusion? When people explain their thoughts out loud, they often realize flaws in their own argument without you even needing to point them out. How Jake used this lesson to change his approach. After reading this, Jake decided to test it out. A week later, he was at work when his coworker, Lisa, made a suggestion that Jake thought was completely inefficient. His old reaction would have been, that won't work. We should do it my way. But this time he paused and said, that's an interesting approach, Lisa. I see where you're coming from. How do you think that would play out in the long run? Lisa started explaining, and midway through, she realized the flaw herself. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe we should tweak the approach a little. Without any conflict, Lisa ended up reconsidering her position, all because Jake didn't jump into an argument. The cost of always trying to win. Let's be honest. Everyone wants to be right. But ask yourself, is being right more important than keeping relationships strong? Arguments, especially in personal relationships, can leave lasting damage. In the workplace, arguing too much can make you seem difficult to work with. In friendships, constantly correcting people can make you seem arrogant. In relationships, proving your partner wrong all the time can create resentment. Winning the small battles might feel good in the moment, but over time, it pushes people away. Master the art of handling disagreements. Try this challenge for the next week. Every time you feel the urge to argue, stop and do these 3 things. Pause before responding. Take a breath and think before you react. Acknowledge the other person's perspective. Even if you disagree, say, I see your point. Ask a question instead of attacking their opinion. This keeps the conversation open. The more you practice, the more you'll notice people respecting and listening to you more without any heated debates. Carnegie's book teaches a simple truth. It's better to be influential than to be right. The next time someone disagrees with you, remember, winning the argument isn't the goal. Winning people over is, and the best way to do that, make them feel heard, not attacked. Lesson 3. Make people feel important, and do it sincerely. Jake had always struggled with building strong connections. At work, he felt invisible. In social settings, conversations would start but quickly fizzle out. Then, while reading Dale Carnegie's book, he stumbled upon a game-changing lesson. The deepest craving of human nature is the need to feel appreciated. Suddenly, it all clicked. People don't just want attention. They want to feel valued, recognized, and important. And the best part? Making someone feel important is completely free. Yet it has the power to transform your relationships, your career, and your life. Why making people feel important works like magic. Think about the people you genuinely like the most. Are they the ones who criticize and ignore you? Or are they the ones who appreciate you, notice your efforts, and make you feel special? The answer is obvious. When someone makes us feel important, we gravitate toward them. We remember them. We enjoy their presence. Dale Carnegie puts it best. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. This doesn't mean fake flattery or excessive compliments. It means recognizing and appreciating the good in others, genuinely. And when you do, you create instant likability and deep connections. The power of genuine appreciation. Most people go through life feeling unnoticed. They work hard but don't hear a simple, great job. They make sacrifices but rarely get thanked. They do kind things that go unacknowledged. Now imagine how powerful it is when you are the person who sees, recognizes, and appreciates them. A small, sincere compliment can change someone's entire day. How to give meaningful appreciation without sounding fake. The key to making people feel important is genuine, specific praise. Here's how. Be specific. A generic "you're great" is nice, but it doesn't leave a lasting impact. A specific "the way you handled that difficult situation was impressive. You stayed calm and found a great solution" makes a real difference. Be sincere. People can smell fake flattery from a mile away. Don't compliment just for the sake of it. Mean what you say. Acknowledge effort, not just results. Instead of only praising achievements. Wow, you got promoted. Appreciate the hard work behind them. I know you put in so much effort to get here. You really deserve this. Make it personal. Compliment their unique qualities. You always bring such great energy to meetings. Show that you truly see them as an individual. Examples of simple yet powerful appreciation. Instead of saying, "Good job," try. "The creativity you brought to this project made it amazing. I can tell you put a lot of effort into it." Instead of saying, "Nice presentation," try. "The way you explained that concept was so clear and engaging. I learned a lot." Instead of saying, "You're a great friend," try. "I really appreciate how you always listen without judgment. It means a lot." See the difference? Specific, heartfelt praise feels real and sticks with people. After reading this, Jake decided to test it out. At work, he stopped waiting for people to notice him. Instead, he started noticing them. When a coworker handled a tough client well, he said, "I saw how patient you were with them." That takes real skill. When his manager gave helpful advice, he said, "That tip you shared really helped me. It made my work so much easier." And something surprising happened. People started liking him more, respecting him more, wanted to be around him more. He even used this in his personal life. When his girlfriend cooked dinner, instead of just saying thanks, he said, "You put so much effort into this meal. It's delicious. I really appreciate it." Her face lit up. It was such a small change, but it made a massive difference. The hidden benefit. You become more likable instantly. Want people to remember you? Enjoy your presence? Think highly of you? Then make them feel important. Most people are too busy focusing on themselves. When you shift your focus to appreciating others, you automatically stand out in a world where appreciation is rare. Make someone's day today. Here's your challenge. Find one person today and give them a meaningful compliment. Make it specific, sincere, and personal. It could be a coworker, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger. See how they react. See how it makes you feel. And once you do it, you'll realize this is a superpower. The ripple effect of kindness. When you make someone feel important, you don't just brighten their day. You create a ripple effect. They feel happier. They treat others better. And the cycle continues. And it all starts with one simple, sincere compliment. So, who will you appreciate today? Why do some people become magnetic while others remain invisible? Jake couldn't help but wonder, why do some people naturally command attention while I struggle to make a lasting impression? Then, as he dug deeper into how to win friends and influence people, he realized something astonishing. The people who are truly magnetic aren't necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They simply know how to connect with others on a deeper level. And the principles in this book are the key to unlocking that power. This book has been changing lives for 80+ years. This isn't just another self-help book gathering dust on a shelf. It's a legacy, a book that has transformed the lives of millions and continues to shape the way we communicate today. Since its release in 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People has been at the core of billionaire success stories from Warren Buffett to Tony Robbins. Imagine this. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet, attributes much of his success to the lessons he learned from Carnegie's book. He believes it gave him the confidence to deal with people in a way that helped him build lasting relationships and make smarter decisions. That's powerful. And it's been doing the same for CEOs, entrepreneurs, leaders, and influencers for over 8 decades. If you don't apply these principles, you'll keep struggling in social situations while others get ahead. The truth is, if you don't start applying these principles, you'll remain stuck. You'll keep facing awkward silences in conversations. You'll miss opportunities to connect with important people. You'll wonder why others seem to effortlessly rise to the top while you remain on the sidelines. But it doesn't have to be that way. The power to change is in your hands. Loss aversion. Humans fear losing what we already have more than gaining something new. If you don't change your approach now, you risk continuing to lose out on meaningful relationships, opportunities, and success. FOMO, fear of missing out by not using these principles. You're missing out on the chance to influence people, build trust, and create deep, lasting connections. Others who adopt these principles will leave you behind because they're ahead of the curve. Don't let that happen. Start using these secrets today. The good news? You can turn things around in an instant. Jake, for example, was once unsure how to make a lasting impression. But as soon as he started practicing the principles in this book, using people's names, listening more than talking, and showing genuine appreciation, he noticed a shift. He stopped being that person at the edge of the room and started becoming the one people were drawn to. Conversations became smoother. Opportunities seemed to open up, and he felt more confident than ever. This isn't just a temporary fix. It's a lifetime transformation. By acting now, you can change the trajectory of your social life and professional success. But if you wait, you'll risk being left behind as others rise to the top by mastering the very skills you've yet to unlock. The bottom line, this isn't just about becoming popular or charming. It's about building real, meaningful connections that can change the course of your career and personal life. By using the lessons in this book, you can build deeper relationships with clients, coworkers, and friends. Open doors to new opportunities. Become the person everyone trusts and listens to. Don't wait. Don't miss out. The time to act is now. Apply these principles today and start your transformation. Which of these principles do you think is the most powerful? Is it remembering someone's name to make them feel valued? Or maybe avoiding arguments to preserve relationships? Or perhaps it's giving genuine praise that makes people feel important. Drop a comment below and let us know your favorite. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with these powerful communication strategies. If you found this helpful, you won't want to miss our next video. We're all about life-changing wisdom, and we drop new insights every day to help you level up. So if you're ready to unlock your full potential, hit that subscribe button and join the community of like-minded individuals on this incredible journey.